How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Caddison here. It's so good to say this. Every time we start a new series, it's Doctor Who time. As we get into Series 15, Season 2, whatever you want to call it. And I'm excited for this season. There is a lot of intrigue based on the trailers, and I'm just really excited in general. I thought she did a really, really great job as the Doctor in the last season, and I know, you know, Series 14 in itself, I guess it was kind of like Marmite, really. You either loved it or you hated it, really, because I know some things could have been done a bit better, but ultimately it was really, really good for me to go through, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm just hoping that the bar is raised so much when it comes to this season, because I am aware, especially with the fact that we probably will not be getting a Doctor Who in 2026. I think that allocation is more so towards the spin of the war between the land and the sea, which I do have plans on reacting to. So yeah, and I expect the trailer to drop for that particular show once we do come to the final episode of this season in particular. But we're not jumping far into the future to, what is it, 8 weeks today? So yeah, we are starting off with this season with Belinda, of course, who, of course, we saw the actress who is playing Belinda last season, and there might be some kind of connectivity between Belinda and Mundy, but we'll have to wait and see where that goes and all of that in terms of how they explain things and whatnot. But I'm just really excited in general for this season, because like I said, the trailers just look absolutely great. So especially the next episode, the Lux one, with the cartoon thingy-mabob, which, that does absolutely look appealing and all of that. But I mean, I'm just excited. So why don't we get into this? This is Doctor Who Series 15, Episode 1. Let's get into this. Let's go.
So what it means is that star.
Oh, he's named a star after you.
That star right there.
Nice.
Shining down upon us.
Does it have to say Miss?
Are you married?
No.
Shh.
And it's Miss.
And then 17 years later. God, it's just so eerie to think 2008 was like 17 years ago. Ugh. Age is catching up with me.
Can't give out home addresses. It's not allowed.
Oh, no comment there.
What?
She surely saw that!
Sorry.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
Wait, I hope no one was, he might have just potentially killed someone.
Miss Belinda Chandra?
What?
You are Miss Belinda Chandra?
How do you know my name?
Name
Yeah.
confirmed.
They,
Your Majesty.
yeah, because of the star.
You will come with us.
Oh my god!
The cat.
So she lived next to Ruby and now next to Belinda. Oh.
You ain't seen me.
What's happening?
Hey.
500 cycles.
Can someone tell me what the hell is going on?
Oh, okay.
16 years.
Robots must be obeyed.
But if she's queen, she's got authority. Yeah, she's feeling oppressed. Can't blame her, because, seems very oppressive.
Miss Belinda Chandra 1 will celebrate your royal wedding. Congratulations to your
She
Majesty.
didn't even...
What do you mean?
It's
wedding?
Alan.
Who am I marrying? A spark plug?
The great heir.
You will surrender and genuflect to me.
Is that the Wizard of Oz?
No pity, no kindness. No
Is she marrying Jeff
mercy.
You
Goldblum?
want me to marry it?
It demanded.
So you're basically turning her into a Cyberman.
I
They begged for kindness and hoped for peace. 9th.
Every
But then
ninth.
the AI generator conquered them. Word.
Every 9th word. Ooh.
Robots faulty cannot hear every 9th word.
Okay.
So, when?
I can confirm, Your Highness. The
Yep.
time is now!
There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. You know, the more I think about it, the more these robots are Wish.com Cybermen. I get what they're trying to do in terms of the message as well.
Take her home, Doctor. Then take me to the stars.
That is a date!
Oh, she gon' die!
Delta exit. I'll cover you, Doctor. Now take her and run!
Because we know you're not the companion. There it is.
I'm sorry, Doctor. We lost them.
Even the tank top is very cute. I don't know if that, like, Wish.com Cybermat joining is a good idea. Oh, no. He was gonna take her to the stars, not Belinda, but... By the way, in case anyone does comment, oh, he's crying again and all of that, because I know they will come. Bearing in mind, I'm pretty... well, I don't know exactly, but... Because the timeline when it came to Ruby and the Doctor is a bit, you know, wibbly wobbly, especially when episode 2 was like so many months that's passed between episode 1 and episode 2. We figured that is probably due to the fact that, episode 2, The Devil's Court, was supposed to take place later in last season. But I digress. She was a potential companion. She's known the Doctor for a long time. Did Sasha. Yeah, she was a potential companion. She was going to travel the stars. She did not. So, and then she just gets vaporized. So, yeah. Which does suck. So I can't blame him.
Mundy Flynn. I'm an ordained Anglican Marine.
No.
What, happy watching? Some things don't change. There's always a doctor standing back while the nurses do all the hard work.
Do you mind if I...
Wow. That's so weird.
The Master is screaming somewhere.
Kind of a long story, and I've got to be careful about timelines.
Oh.
You told me your name. Like it would be important.
But I'm not. I'm really not.
Who? Who's
I
he?
just don't get it. Why me?
Do you see? The problem is that the diploma. Have you got yours?
The original.
Unless Alan.
Which what?
It was the fracture in time.
Which means?
Everything is out of sync. The border between this world and Earth keeps jumping about in time. So you left
Yeah.
Earth May the 24th,
Ooh.
2025. I followed you, but when I landed, 25. I followed you, but when I landed...
Well, it would be like November.
Robots impounded my spaceship.
Of course. Jeez!
My fault. Okay?
Is that an order from the Queen? Is that a royal decree?
He hates royalists.
The robots.
Oh, okay, that's a bit extreme.
When they brought it back to this planet...
It went schwupp. Back to the past.
Yep.
Gotcha. They traveled further than 6 months. It went back 5,000 years.
Oh,
It became a foundation.
shoot!
I've seen films. When you get two versions of the same thing crossing over in time, don't they explode?
Yes.
I love her. Very
If you get
smart.
The same atoms in the same space twice. The laws of time say no. Kaboom.
Yeah. No, it's not gonna listen. It's gonna lead the robots back here, and that's gonna further
I
Manny's
need to get to the memory banks.
anti-royalist
I told
agenda.
Sasha that that's...
They've come for me. Manny, hold your gun down right now.
You betrayed us.
Don't, Manny.
Saving you.
Belle, what have you done?
I'm sorry.
It's to stop this fighting and all of that.
Survive the process!
You will be silent.
Oh no.
It's okay. There's one time part of the machine. I can talk to it. Maybe I can lead it towards peace.
The ceremony
Nah, peace is
will
not an
begin.
option.
Conversion will be a world without sadness or pity.
See, this is Cybermen ideals.
Serenity, peace, and joy with me.
Serenity, peace, control.
What do I do?
Approach the great AI generator.
That's what he said.
Who did?
Those were his exact words.
This is all Alan's fault.
Hold on. Are you?
Yep. What the fuck?
Alan?
It's not AI.
No, it's Al.
It's Al.
Alan Budd?
And he had the. Yeah, it all makes sense.
You are Alan Budd.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Jeez.
It's my fault. I told them about Alan. I told them to... Alan Daniel Budd! Go get him!
Oh no.
Went to get Alan.
Oh.
But to do that, they went through the time fracture.
They went Schwab.
They went
So they
shut.
went back.
Welcome you to this world, Earthman. But I must confess, this robot
See you in
technology
Jedi
seems in
robes?
advance of ours by a good 10 years. Do you mind if I ask?
I mind. Very much. Destroy him.
Oh no. There we go. Dictatorship.
All you ever did was correct me. And tut. And huff. And roll your
He's
eyes.
toxic.
And tell me off. Oh my god. You've taken coercive control and made it complete control of the whole planet.
Yep, he's a controlling piece of shit.
Telling us the truth.
Help me. Save me.
Ah, shoot. He needs to be put out of his misery.
You were born to travel. Destined for me, Belinda, to the perfect wedding. Your mind subsumed within mine.
Planet of the incels.
Yeah. Oh. Trippy. Oh, gee, very trippy. Very trippy. Jesus.
Where's Alan? Where did he go?
I think
Is
he's microscopic.
he's Ant-Man?
He's a sperm and an egg.
All that.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Well,
Goodbye, Alan.
well. That's kind of grim.
Will now be the citadel of Sasha 55.
Thank you.
And I've got to say, all praise to you, Queen Belinda of planet Earth.
Well, not Queen.
Queen of planet Earth.
To be fair, I'll take it. It's better than the monarchy we've got in reality.
Lovely.
If you thought this was mad, that is mad.
It is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
He said it!
Her name was Mundy Flynn.
Is that affirmation and...
The 51st century? You're saying...
Boom.
3,000 years' time? Like, this is destiny.
Yeah, do you believe in destiny?
To all the girls.
Wow.
Is that what you said to Sasha?
Ugh.
She trusted you. And she died. You tested my DNA without even asking my permission.
I do like her.
You're dangerous.
Yeah, he's not being allowed back on Earth, is he? Sutek, what you doing now? Hear that sound?
That is all wrong.
Oh no.
Oh my god, we're in space.
Yeah, bingo.
Between Miss Belinda Chandra and planet Earth.
Is that because of the time fracture?
No, it's something more.
Close that. This is.
Hear that ominous sound? It means it ain't happening, Doc.
Something is stopping us.
Oh, there's the cloister. End of the universe.
That we left, but why?
Doctor!
Oh no. That not good. That's not ominous. I do wonder what that is all about, though. But I do have a feeling reality has been whammied and all of that. Because I think it's all curtailing to, you know, reality just, yeah. Disintegrating and, yeah. And I'm assuming that is all part of why they can't get back home, really. So, yeah. But yeah, that was the first episode. I'd say I think like, obviously you had the first episode of series 14, and we already established, I guess, a dynamic with Ruby and the Doctor, whereas this was a full-on introduction to Belinda. So yeah, and obviously I don't really, I guess, say obviously, you've got likes of the 11th Hour, for example, which is like one of the best episodes of Doctor Who, but I wasn't expecting anything too grandiose, but I did enjoy that better than, you know, Space Babies. Not that I have anything, you know, problematic against Space Babies, but it's not exactly an episode that you're going to watch on repeat. Not like this, I guess, would be, but I think it fared a bit better. So, yeah. Jesus, Planet of the Incels. It was very interesting to see how they were gonna handle, like, the idea of AI potentially overtaking humanity one day, especially if people keep misusing it and all of that. So, yeah. And then it all just starts back to Alan. I even was, you know, it's so funny though, because it was also giving, I guess, Wicked vibes as well, with Al, with the face of Al, well, with the frontal, the front of Al, and then you meet the wizard, don't you? So I felt like, in terms of, you know, the opener, as I've mentioned, I felt like it was a definitely stronger opener than Space Babies, especially with some of the concepts that they explored. And I mean, of course, a big plus is going to be the introduction of the new companion, so which was going to be Sasha, but yeah, as soon as she mentioned about the fact that, oh, you know, I'm going to travel the stars with you, and we knew that she wasn't going to be the companion, I'm like, okay, how long is it until she dies? And they didn't even waste any time with Sasha's death, because we knew, and they're not going to treat us like idiots, like, well, then they know that Belinda's going to be the companion, not Sasha, so, yeah. but it was, like I said, very interesting to go through. Just in it, I mean, it could have been a sloppy opener and all of that, but it really wasn't. It definitely felt a lot more enjoyable with the concepts that they explored, with how timey-wimey it was, especially with the diploma and all of that. And I was very curious to see where things were going to go, because when the robots originally came for Belinda, I'm just thinking, is this because of the why would they come here and all of that? And it all got explained when it came to Alan, and how Belinda inadvertently caused Alan to get, taken and all of that. So yeah, it was very interesting to see Belinda's character come to life for the first time, because obviously we know that when it comes to Belinda, with Verada, she appeared in Boom, so we kind of gotten a bit of an idea of how she, I guess, fares when it comes to Doctor Who and all of that. And there is obviously going to be the talk about how is Mundi connected to Belinda, because surely it's no coinky dink, right? And it could always, when you're exploring the idea of how Belinda is going to be connected to Mundi, I mean, there is always going to be the idea that they might be related in some degree. I mean, we had this whole situation with Martha when Freema was in the Series 2 finale, and I think the explanation was that that was Martha's cousin, who was one of the casualties of the Battle of Canary Wharf. So it's not out of the realms of impossibility. I mean, even Gwen, for crying out loud. I think that they used. I believe they used that when Eve was in the Unquite Dead episode. So yeah, and obviously Eve would go on to play Gwen, a major character in Torchwood. So yeah, so it's not exactly a situation where it's just going to be a lazy option or anything like that, because it's going to be that whole situation of, okay, well, maybe she is going to be a descendant, but it's just a bit more far forward rather than, it's going to be more far forward rather than the present day, like the Martha situation. So yeah. But I did like her character in terms of showcasing her characteristics and all of that. I really do like how she does have a very foots down approach, and how she is not one to shy away from responsibility, I would say, even if, she didn't exactly ask for this and all of that. But because, again, with Alan and how he got caught up in this whole shebang. Yeah, so, but to be fair, Alan seemed to be very controlling, and, that's why Belinda was not really wanting to, Belinda wasn't really wanting to spend more time with him, which is understandable. So, yeah, but I really, it was really, really interesting to see how, this whole situation came about in terms of, well, the Alan reveal and why the robots came for Belinda. So yeah, but yeah, I did love how with the fracture in time and all of that did circle back to Alan getting captured, and then Belinda getting captured, and Alan going through the conversion process. So yeah, and it was always going to be very interesting to see the end result of this whole robot situation, because I mean, even though that there was a premise that robots and humanity did connect at one point, and then the robots decided to take over. I just, and even when things were becoming a little bit more clearer and all of that, I just couldn't help but get the idea of the Cybermen. Even what was revealed to be Alan later on, when you had his, I guess, Al cover, the Al generator, and I loved that reveal. It's not AI generator, it's Al. So yeah, it's so dumb, but it works so well. I mean, even that was giving me Cyberplanner vibes. Even the atmosphere, it was just kind of giving me Cyberplanner vibes. There was, for example, points during this episode, and I blame the impatience of me because, of course, again, you yet to see the end result of this, but there were certain points in my mind that was making me think, well, why couldn't we get the Cybermen back here? I mean, that would have been, this would have been really, really, interesting to utilize and all of that. So, yeah, but, again, it's also the impatience, but I also saw what they were also doing in terms of AI as well, in regards to how reliant a lot more people are getting in terms of AI and how it's becoming a very, very ominous thing in the world. I mean, just the instances of how AI is being used, nefariously is pretty startling. So there is going to be, of course, this commentary about how, especially AI are going to, take over jobs and all of that. Ultimately, we have this whole situation where the AI rises above the humanity and they, oppress humanity, and it's a very, very ominous thing to comment on, isn't it? Because of, like I said, how reliant people, people are normalizing using even because there are going to be some instances of utilizing AI in a good terms, but there's a lot of manipulation there's a lot of usage when it comes to using AI in a bad way and all of that. So, and a lot of people are exactly doing that. So where they'll be harming environment, they'll be harming content creators and all of that, even just people in general and all of that. So yeah, so it's a very, and I think with the way they handled it, especially what ultimately came to be with Alan and all of that, I think they used it really, really well. So yeah, but yeah, it was just very interesting to see how the reveal came about, and it definitely was it's so funny because I did mention about the whole Alan situation, me thinking it was like a kind of a side, because I mean there were even little bits there was even little speeches and all of that were like straight up Cybermen-esque and all of that, like with the conversion and how they talk about the lacking of emotion and all of that. And yeah, so but I was also thinking, I mean, the design of I guess Al's front, really, the mask, I guess, for him, it was giving Wizard of Oz vibes. So especially with Wicked, that has just came out, and it's such a great movie as well, and they did really, really well from with how Wicked was on stage and all of that. I've been there, and yeah, Wicked was just amazing, and then seeing the movie was just absolutely amazing. But I digress. Yeah, it was so funny. Like, I was just thinking, it's giving Cyberplanner vibes, but it's also giving Wizard of Oz vibes as well. So, and then you have the man behind the curtain, don't you? So, or the owl behind the curtain, because yeah, and yeah, it was just really, really interesting to see how they handled things, because I mean, ultimately, there was the whole sperm and the egg situation, and yeah, gotta say, I feel like the Doctor was a bit too happy. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he was a bit of an incel, and he was quite a bit toxic. Granted that. But still, I mean, to be fair, I feel like this episode really showcased... I don't know. I mean, I feel like there is this whole situation of where have you been, Liam, in terms of the Doctor's recklessness. But, I mean, when he went to distract the receptionist at the hospital, he caused a complete power outage. I hope there was backup on the life support systems, because I was just thinking the Doctor's just potentially killed some people on life support, for crying out loud. But I mean, even Belinda was calling the Doctor out in terms of her DNA being taken without even permission. So, and that's what I do. One of the characteristics I do like about Belinda's character is the fact that she's not exactly going to like she will put a foot down, like she will have lines that you do not cross and all of that. There are going to be some characters that will be fine with whatever, and there is a bit more of a stricter approach. So and I do kind of like that in terms of, like, I mean, obviously with this incarnation of the Doctor, there is a bit more of a flamboyant and a bit more of a I guess carefree kind of attitude and all of that, and he might cross the line. It might be a bit too OTT at times, I don't know. So we have someone who because there are going to be companions out there who they won't mind their, a part of their DNA being taken without permission. And the Doctor has been known to do that at times and all of that. So that's one of the examples I do like, and we're going to see that, I guess, grow. But also at the same time, we're going to get to see Belinda and the Doctor connect, and I think they connected really, really well in this episode. So there is that, and of course we are going to see that evolve over time. But I also do like, for Belinda herself, she does put a foot down. If there is something a bit iffy going on in all of that a character does, she won't be hesitant. She will put her foot down. So yeah, I mean, even Al was I mean, we cut to the proposal. I'm like, I don't know if this is supposed to insinuate that this is early days in their relationship, but he proposed really, really, really quick and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, but yeah, it was really, really fascinating to go through this episode. So yeah, yeah, I really, really found it very interesting, as well as Mrs. Flood as well. She was there, living next door to Belinda. Very interesting, because obviously she lived next door to Ruby, but now she's living next door to Belinda. That's not a coinky-dink. So, yeah. I do love the fact, though, that she was trying to actively hide from the Doctor, like no one, and then, again, we're breaking those fourth walls. Which is definitely tying into reality getting whammied, like we saw at the very end. All of these, like, Earth pieces and all of that, as well as the certificate at the end. So yeah. So surely that you hope that is the end game, isn't it, in terms of Belinda getting back home and all of that, but because otherwise it is going to be very, very ominous if Belinda does not get back home. But you kind of expect there to be an end goal, because obviously the certificate was taken back to the TARDIS, and we see the certificate just floating in the vastness of space and all of that, where something happened to the Earth. So that, and it's going to be very exciting to see where that's going to go. So, but I'm sure that's in part to reality just getting absolutely decimated, and I'm here for it. So, and of course we still don't know. Well, to be fair, we also didn't know about Sutek, didn't we? In terms of the ending of last season. But I mean, it does look very, very, I mean, with this series in general, with the trailers, and even that ending shot, it just looks really, really intriguing. So yeah, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved also the concept of the ninth word and all of that. About how the robots were just completely unaware of every ninth word. That was a really, really genius thing, especially when the Doctor went to confront Belinda and all of that, and he was able to drop these little codes. And and it just worked really, really well. So, and of course it did hark back to Al eventually, didn't it? So, where his real mind kind of glitched out, I guess you could say, with every ninth word in terms of trying to get that freedom, because obviously ultimately this was painful for him. So, and it's so funny though, because he was like so enthusiastic, obviously, when he got captured at first, like, oh, I can make this my own game, and ultimately that's what caused things to go to hell. So yeah, but not just for the people, but for him ultimately, I guess, because of the state he was in. So yeah, but yeah, and then there was that whole bit where they touched certificates. Very, very trippy, very beautiful as well, but very, very trippy as well. So, where you were seeing like different points in their lives as well, and the color, and yeah, reality just kind of getting altered there as well, like especially with ultimately what happened to Alan. So yeah, it is kind of dark, I'm not gonna lie, in a sense, like where he's, you know, reduced to that sperm, and he gets ultimately destroyed by the Wish.com cybermat. So yeah, it's kind of dark. That's why I'm saying, like, in terms of like the Doctor and his reaction, it's kind of dark. It is kind of dark. So, not that I mind a dark, you know, those dark characteristics of the Doctor at times and all of that, but I don't know, Doc. That might be a bit too dark. So no, but I felt like ultimately this was fun to go through. Yeah, it might not be something that will be obviously to the akin to you know, the 11th hour, deep breath, and all of that. But I think it did a really, really good job at setting up Belinda, and obviously establishing the fact that, well, the Doctor can't get home. Belinda is stuck with the Doctor, and I do like that dynamic, because it makes a little difference. I mean, there have been companions, obviously, in the past that just want to get home, but there is a literal force preventing the Doctor from coming back to that day. So, yeah. But yeah, really fun stuff. Really enjoyed this episode. And yeah, we are so back. And I'm excited for next week, because that looks absolutely fun. So, I haven't seen the trailer, but given the episode titles and what we've seen in previous trailers and all of that, I kind of have an idea of what we're dealing with. So, yeah, I feel like next episode is going to be quite the animated episode. With that said, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!